Yeah, it's obviously nice. I'm not as up to date with where he's at as I'd like to be, just the fact that we've been away. But obviously, him being on the ice is a good sign, along with Kaser too. And so hopefully that means they're coming back soon. But I couldn't tell you.
What was your take on last night's game? What would you see as positive, and what do you need to clean up, do you think?
Yeah, I think we had a really good start. If you look at our first period, I think that the way we came out and controlled the game is a good sign. We talked about that a lot as an area of strength for us. And then obviously we kind of let them back in the game a little bit. They got one on the power play to tie it in the third. Um, but I thought the way that our group was able to persevere and to keep playing and not be phased by that and score two more big goals and ultimately win the game it is a good sign. And I mean, you can make the argument that it's not a complete game, but I think our team being able to come back and win is a great sign.
Why do you think Austin and Michael have meshed so well this season? Not just on the ice, which we see, but off the ice.
I mean, I think Austin's grown a lot just in his off-ice demeanor. I think he takes that role very seriously. When a guy comes into a new team and there's an opportunity that he might play on his line, he took a lot of time during training camp to, I think, just spend time with Michael and just I think they had a bond right away. And I think I give Austin some credit there. He took that upon himself to make that happen. It certainly has worked and it's paid off.
How much of a revelation is Bunting and Morgan, given that you probably didn't know a lot about him before you guys acquired him?
Yeah, he's obviously played very well. I mean, I think the word's out on him. Obviously, scoring 20 goals already and everything. So, I mean, he's been a great fit. How he plays, his overall demeanor. He's just gelled right into our group. And obviously, adding a piece like that during the off season, you don't always know what you're going to get. But obviously, we're very happy that it panned out the way it has.
What stands out most to you about the way Mark Giordano plays the game?
Plays hard. I mean, we're just watching clips as a team on what they do well and what their strengths are. And in D zone, he's always working hard. He's always taking the body. He's very physical, and he can still move well. And I think with him, he's always up in the rush, even on the penalty kill. I know he scored a couple of shorthanded goals. We were just talking about that in our power play meeting. So, the fact he's able to get up and down the ice and play as hard as he does has always been impressive.
Does TJ talk about him much?
Yeah, we talk a little bit about him. I've had experiences with him here in Toronto. Just through some mutual friends. So we've talked in the past, and he talks about playing with him and whatnot. But nothing crazy, nothing juicy. I can give you.
You obviously will take reps against them in practice, but don't have to face them in a game situation. How would you describe the challenge that Toronto's top line is right now to a team defensively?
Yeah, I mean it's challenging playing against those guys in practice. They play with a lot of speed and lots of confidence, and when you add in their skill level, they can be very dangerous. And I'm definitely thankful that I don't have to deal with that during the regular season and games. But when they're rolling, I think that they're arguably the best line in hockey.
Jack is obviously very tough on himself last season. He can be tough on himself even when things are going relatively well. Have you noticed, though, him like a change in how maybe he's tried to work on that behind the scenes and not be, so down on himself when things
Well, I don't think he gets too down on himself. I think he holds himself to a very high standard, and I think that's a great thing in a teammate. And I think in terms of what he brings to the table, in terms of who he is as a person and how he's played for us this year, he's been incredibly valuable. And I think we're all trying to work on our own selves at times, and it's not always the easiest thing. And I think for Jack, I don't think he gets down on himself. I think he's an incredible person that holds himself to a very high standard, and he always wants to win. He always wants to help his teammates, and I mean those are great qualities. And as his teammates, we just want to support him. We want to give him an opportunity to win every time he's in the net, because he wants to do that for us. So, as teammates, we just try to support him, and he's a great person to be around. So, we're very lucky to have a person like him.
Outside of playing, obviously, as well as you can in front of him, how do you go about supporting him when he's working through stuff like this, like off the ice? Are you joking around more, or like how do you approach that?
I mean, you let him set the tone, and you just read off him. I think he's been doing a great job for us. I mean, I don't think that there's anything going on that's unusual. I think he's just been working hard. He feels like he has to find his game, and as teammates, you just want to support him and be there for him. great all year for us. He's at the All-Star game a couple months ago, and he deserved to be there. So, we're very lucky to have him. And I mean, when he's in the net, we have a chance to win, and that's a great feeling.